Good morning, class. Welcome to our Business Finance Money Management Philosophy. Before we proceed, we will start in opening prayer. I will lead the opening prayer. In the name of Jesus Christ, Amen. Okay, class, we will check your attendance, those who are present, and those who are not present. Okay? Before we go into our lesson, we will have a motivational activity. I will give to you a piece of paper that will answer you with the names of your classmates. The questions here are related to your classmates. For example, those who are born in 1990 to year 2000, you will ask your classmates if they are born on that year, and then you write their names on the side of the question. Understand? It will take for 5 to 7 minutes. Then if you finish this activity, you can submit it to me. Okay? Thank you. Now, we are going to discuss what the business finance money management philosophy means. First, we will learn the learning objectives, how the learner learn the importance of investing and saving money for the future. Second, identify money management philosophy. And the last one, apply basic personal finance principles and practices in learning spending, saving, and investing money. Can you read these principles, Miss Connolly? Thank you. The importance of money and capital markets are designed to finance long-term investments by businesses, governments, and households. The money market means designed for the making of short-term loans. So, the treasury bills, short-term government IOUs that are a safeguard and popular investment vehicle for financial institutions and corporations of all sizes. Consumer loans availed by households to make purchases ranging from automobiles to home appliances. So this capital market means it will finance a long-term investments by the owner of the business or governments or any of the household residences. The money market are designed for short-term loans. The treasury bills, short-term government that are give safeguard and popular investment mutual. So it also helps financial institutions and corporations of all sizes. Then the consumer loans, we can request a loans that we need in our basic needs in daily lives. The credit union attracts small savings deposits from individuals and families. We can avail or grant loans to credit union members. So if we have an investment and deposit of our investment to credit union, we can grant a loans to them. So the pension funds protects customer grants against the risk of outliving their sources of income in their retirement years. So kung meron na tayong at the age of retirement, we can avail pension funds. Investment means refers to the acquisition of capital goods such as buildings and equipment, and the purchase of inventories of raw materials and goods to sell. That is the investment. If you want to invest your money or your resources, that will be our investments to any of these following. For example, in buildings and equipment and the purchase of inventories or raw materials and goods to be sold. Do you have any questions, class? or I have a question for you. What do you mean by money in capital markets? Do you have any idea about money? The money and capital markets are the mechanism in our society for converting public savings into investments, such as buildings, machinery, and equipment, airports and highways, and inventories of goods and raw materials, so the economy can grow, new jobs can be created, and living standards can rise. So the money that we earn, or the income that we receive through our work and labor, and the capital markets are the mechanism in our society for converting public savings, so we can have an investment or a savings through these buildings, machinery, equipment, airport, and highways. This system of money and capital markets handling most of the payments made each day for purchases of food, clothing, shelter, and tens of thousands of other goods and services. That is the system of money and capital markets in our society. The financial system generates credit to sustain public spending, the standards of living, and to store future purchasing power in the form of stock bonds and other securities. That's how the money we earn or the income of your parents comes from, and the spending of our money which generate the importance of increasing the economy in the market or in the communities. So it is important that we invest the money that we have in the most important institution that we can discuss this morning. First one is the social security that government provided safety net. This is one of the most useful social security for the government program to the people. So we have a retirement income, the disability income, the survivorship benefits, and the Medicare. So these are the examples how it works. First, if you contribute the money you have earned in your labor or in your work, you can have a savings or investment in the social security. The second is the more you earn, the more you pay, and better benefits will come in the future, which is the step 3 eligible at 62. You can earn your what we call pension fund in the social security program of the government. So if you earn or if you invest more money, you can earn or you will pay more better benefits in the future if you are eligible at the age of 62 as your pension fund money. We have also what we call student loans, which the students or the parents avail in the so-called money model for education. First is to lend a money or a loan, and then it pays back after a graduation from a university. The criteria of these loans are first the financial need, the status of student, and then the immigration status, and then the good credit of the students. If you have a passing grade or a requirements to pass the subject or the curriculum you are going to take, that is a good credit for your student loan status. So the next one is the types. It will be from the government or federal, lowest interest rate, And for the private, it will be a higher interest rate. It will be a comparing of these loans from the student program of the government. What are the importance of money in capital markets? Can you read this importance, Miss Connolly? Thank you. First is the facilitating savings and investments. Second is making payments. Third, supplying credits, accumulating wealth, supplying liquidity, protecting against risk, and supporting public policy. We have also a negotiable certificate of deposits issued by best known banks. It comes from the banks or legitimate banks that depository institutions to raise funds in order to carry out their lending activities. So if we want to lend money from institution, we need these CDs, or what we call a certificate of deposits issued by best known banks. The bankers' acceptances and commercial papers is an instrument that arise from large corporations borrowing money. So if the corporations borrow the money from the bankers' acceptance and commercial papers, there will be an instrument to avail of that money to be borrowed by the large corporations. The residential and commercial loans avail to support building of homes and business structures, such as factories and shopping centers. So these are a capital market. Consumer loans, these are the people or the household or residences to make purchases ranging from automobiles to home appliances. That's what we call the consumer loans. We have here a financial institutions and the classifications of financial institutions, the depository institutions, the commercial banks, savings and loans associations, savings bank, credit unions, contractual institutions, insurance companies, and pension funds. These are the institutions where our money can deposit or can invest. That in the future, we can have an interest or an income that comes from our investment of the money. So the investment institutions or investment companies, money market funds, real estate investment funds. The major financial institutions, which are commercial bank, dominates the financial system. It can be a universal bank if it is with proper authority to do so. That's what we call the commercial bank. The savings and loans association, a deposit type financial intermediary active in the mortgage market. Savings bank operates for small savings deposits from individuals and families. These are a major financial institutions that we can trust to hold our money and to safeguard our resources from our earnings or income. So, it will help us to dominate our financial system, like the commercial bank, the savings and loans associations, and then the savings banks. The next one is the credit union, which attracts small savings deposits from individuals. If you have a small amount of deposits from individuals or families and grant loans to credit union members, these are the credit unions. The non-deposit institutions are the life insurance company, which protects policy holders against the risk of premature death and disability. The insurer offer policies to reduce risk of loss associated with crime, weather damages, and personal negligence. Pension fund protects customers against the risk of outliving their sources of income in the retirement years. These are the non-deposit institutions that can help us to avail of some of the money that we need when in the future that need us or for an emergency. The next one is the other financial institutions. Can you read to us, Mr. Mendez, the financial company? Thank you. The financial company which lends money to business and consumers to meet short-term working capital and long-term investment needs. So that's the company help the businesses and consumers on their short-term loans or working capital to be used on their investment needs. Next one is the investment company. Mr. Moreno, can you read to us? Thank you. This fund also contributed by thousands of savers by selling shares and then investing in securities sold in the open market. So when you need or when you want an investment to the company, you can sell your shares and invest in securities in the market. Ito po yung mga negosyante na nag-i-invest ng kanilang pera or ng kanilang shares sa mga company para ito ay kumita sa kinabukasan. Sumunod dyan yung money market fund, which is a specialized type of investment which accepts savings accounts from businesses and individuals and places those funds in high quality money market securities. So ito naman yung kaperahan kung saan yung investment natin ay tinatanggap siya bilang savings accounts mula sa ating negosyo at sa mga individuals na nagnanais magkaroon sila ng securities yung kanilang pera. Okay. Meron tayong tinatawag na nature of investment. Kung paano ba yung investment ay naisa sa katuparan or naisa sa gawa siya. The investment generally refers to the acquisition of capital goods such as buildings and equipment and the purchase of inventories of raw materials and goods to sell. So ano ba yung pagkakaunawa ninyo sa investment? Ano ba yung kahalagahan ng investment? So generally, it is an acquisition of capital or goods. So ibig sabihin, yung mga goods na ating ginagamit such as buildings and equipment or ang pagbili ng mga inventaryo ng mga sariwang materyales and goods para ibenta. So ito yung mga investment na meron tayo. Okay. So meron din tayong tinatawag na uri ng markets. These types of markets are the following. First one, can you read to us, Mr. Mariano? Thank you. Okay, the factor market, which allocates factors of production. Land, for example, labor, managerial skills, and capital. These are the factor market. and distributes income, wages, rental payments to the owners of production resources. So, ito daw po yung pinagmumulan ng ating mga pagtatrabaho or yung ating kapital ng produksyon tulad ng lupa, labor, at mga skills na meron tayo and capital. Okay, sumunod dyan yung product market. Consuming units that use most of their income, factor markets to purchase goods and services such as food, shelter, and automobiles, etc. These are the product market. The last one is the financial market. These are the channels savings to individuals and institutions needing more funds for spending than are provided by their current incomes, which is called the financial market. Dito naman yung tayo nag-save kung saan yung mga institution na ito ay nangangailangan ng mas mataas or mas kailangan pondo para matugunan ang kanilang paggastos, no, sa pagbibigay ng kanilang income. So the financial markets roles are in the channel of savings into investments is absolutely as essential to the health vitality of the economy. Ibig sabihin, ito po ay yung financial markets ng ating ekonomiya ay napakahalagang bagay upang mapanatili natin ang pagpunlad ng isang bansa. Ito yung example niya. If the household set aside savings and those funds are not returned to the spending stream through investment by businesses and government, the economy will begin to control. Sabihin, kapag kinokontrol natin yung ating paggastos o yung kaperahan na meron tayo, hindi natin ito ini-invest sa mga negosyo, hindi natin itong ginagamit, ang ating mga negosyo o ang gobyerno, ang ating ekonomiya ay nagiging kontrolado. Hindi siya umuunlad o hindi siya lumalago. Okay. The amount of income paid out by business firms and government will not be matched by funds paid back to the same sectors by households. Hindi siya nagiging match or hindi siya nagiging balanse. So, kumbaga, mas yung pondo na ginagamit natin para matugunan yung pangangailangan ng isang bansa. Kung hindi nagagastos ng mga tao yung kanilang salapi, hindi siya umiikot. Hindi siya nagagamit din ng mga institution tulad ng mga bangko or mga negosyo sa ating bansa. The amount of income, sabi na, the amount of income paid out by business firms and government will not be matched by funds paid back to the same sectors by households. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya natutugunan ng mga ordinaryong tao, yung mga ibinabayad or ginagamit ng mga negosyante o ng gobyerno. Hindi siya naibabalik. So, in the future, as a result, income payments will decline, bumababa, or leading in turn to reduce consumption and spending. So, nagpo-control yung paggastos. The public standard of living will fall. Yung pamumuhay ng mga publiko, ng mga tao ay bumababa. Mas lalo, yung mas mababa yung paggastos or yung kinakailangan pang trabaho will be curtailed, resulting in fewer jobs and rising unemployment. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng mababang trabaho or kakulangan sa trabaho. No, at tumataas yung maraming walang trabaho. Okay. So, the summary assessment of the capital market is designed to finance long-term investment, while the money market is designed for the making of short-term loans. So, ito yung pagkakaiba niya. No? Yung capital market, ito yung nagpipinance sa pangmatagalan na paggastos o pag-invest. Yung money market naman, ito yung mas short siya na panahon para matugunan yung isang pag-invest o isang pangangailangan ng isang kumpanya o ng isang negosyo. So, the investment banking brings together the issuers and potential buyers of securities. So, meron tayong investment banking. The underwriting agreement takes a number of different forms. These are term commitment, best efforts, and all or none. The other types of security offerings are primary, secondary, and initial public offering or IPO. So, do you have any questions regarding with our capital market and the money market that we have discussed this morning? If not, we will have an assessment time for you, class. So, the assessment, I will give to you the identify the following 2 points each. So, that is 2 items. Then, the 1 and 2 questions, what is the oldest bank in the Philippines? And the second, what is the major shopping mall in the Philippines? So test 2, this is essay. You will explain in your own understanding 5 points each. The number 3 questions, what's the most important things you've learned about money today? The 4th, if you had 1 million pesos today, but you have to spend it all within 24 hours, what would you do? Then, the third test, enumerate the importance of money in capital markets. 5 to 10. Thank you, and you will begin your assessment test. Then, after that, if you finish, you will submit it. Thank you, and I hope you will pass that test.